Peace be upon you. Today we will make two types of cold desserts that are extremely beautiful. You can say that they are from time immemorial, the cold cakes that you may have recently come across. I would love to have one of them after breakfast with a cup of coffee. Their ingredients are available and simple, and I liked a little that they suit all tastes. The first one is awesome and will be for coffee lovers, and the second one will be a cold eclair cake that is as sweet as it was before, so come and see what it is prepared for. How simple is this amazing cold coffee cake, guys? It is creamy and melts in the sugar, and its sugar is fine and light to the taste of coffee, and it is balanced, so I believe that anyone who likes it will love it very much, whether big or small, because it is very delicious and its ingredients are simple and also very easy in the cold. First, I mix the dry ingredients with 2 tablespoons of raw, unsweetened cocoa, adding 4 tablespoons of starch to them. They have half a cup of sugar. I want them to stir it together. First, then I pour 2 cups of milk over them. To give it a taste of coffee, I provided a small spoonful of Nescafé. Is there any substitute for it or any instant coffee? Turn this mixture first over cold. Then I open the fire and continue stirring over medium heat until it starts to stir. The first thing that splashes on the face and makes eyes, turn off the fire all the way and remove it. On the side, here I begin to provide the rest of the ingredients. This is a large tablespoon of butter. I put a small spoonful of vanilla with it. They also have a box of cream. The cream is optional. You can add it or omit it. You can also use packaged cream, or you can use fresh cream, which is made from the top of the milk. I like to add cream to it to give it a more rich taste, and also give it a little taste from the taste of the pudding until the mixture. This will be very creamy and very rich. Stir these ingredients together well, and the mixture is hot until it remains creamy. Then I take a plate and put half a cup of milk in it, which will be a little hot. They will have a small spoonful of Nescafé espresso powder or any instant coffee, and they will have a small spoonful of sugar. They will stir it together. First, then I will provide them with half a cup of milk, which will be a little cold. The first milk was hot so that the Nescafé or espresso would melt with us, and the second part was so that we could cool the milk a little so that it would not melt into a strong biscuit for us. I need a plain biscuit in any shape and any size you like, whether a butter-flavored biscuit, or a coffee-flavored biscuit like this, or a chocolate-flavored biscuit available to you. Use it. I used coffee-flavored biscuits to give me a slightly richer taste. Many times, I make it with the palm of my hand. This is the case. You can make it in a snap Herx or any mold you have, or you can make it in paper molds like this. If you also want a cup pan, the tray or the mold is simple and strong. Take each biscuit, dip it quickly in milk, and place it in the tray, or in the mold that I am using, and try not to push the biscuits into each other tightly because it expands, so your hands can form it in the end. It is delicious, given the distance of about a tooth between each one and the next. Then I take a large spoonful of the coffee cream mixture that I prepared and spread it over the biscuits like this. I repeat the layers until I reach the height that I like. The important thing is that the last layer at the height that you want is of coffee cream. Then I prepare the last layer and put it on the surface. I have here half a cup of cream. I heated it well and added a cup of coffee to it, chocolate, and I will leave you below the video. Ingredients: a more economical alternative to the cream. Stir it together well. Heat the cream. The chocolate will melt together. I take this mixture while it is hot and pour it over the solution. This amount of sauce will cover 2 molds like these. Or you can have a slightly large Pyrex tray, and the decoration is optional. It is possible with chocolate grating, it is possible with a sprinkle of cocoa, and it is possible with some sprinkles like this, as I made and they put it in. The refrigerator rests for no less than 2 hours. The more it rests in the refrigerator, the more you take from it, the sweeter it tastes. You can eat it. Share the spoon. Also, its texture allows you to divide it into pieces and distribute it on dishes. It has a dangerous taste. Guys, you can make it if you have guests and take it while drinking coffee. It is so delicious and it improves your mood. I think it will be for you an essential sweet that will be used all the time, not just a bittersweet one, and that's it. This is a cold eclair cake. I don't think you've tasted anything that tasted like this before, as if you were eating an eclair, but in the form of a cold cake. It's a sweet, light, and delicious treat. For me, it's an addiction, and I have to make it every once in a while. The first thing will be the eclair cream. It needs 3 tablespoons of starch, 3 tablespoons of flour, half a cup of sugar, and 2 egg yolks, and the last thing I need to add will be 3 cups of milk. I stir this mixture first over the cold before I raise it on the fire. Then I take my pot and put it on a medium heat, and I keep stirring until it starts to boil with me. As soon as you notice that making eyes like this on the stove, turn off the heat at all times. In this step I add a teaspoon and a half of vanilla, possibly vanilla powder or pure vanilla, and without. I often take this mixture while it is hot and put it in a wide dish, and you will notice that it lessens and sticks to you all the time. Cover the dish with a plastic bag, or something that touches the surface like this, and leave it to cool on its side. Then put it in the refrigerator. When it cools completely, I take it out of the refrigerator, and add more. On it is 1 packet of Chantilly cream, and they have half a cup of milk. I start with the whisk and mix them together again until I have a creamy and smooth mixture like this. This cream alone has a dangerous taste and is good for a lot of fillings. It is strong, delicious, and very light. At the same time, it has a strong, well-adjusted sugar, and we need plain biscuits of whatever flavor you like. Mostly, when I make this dessert, I make it a chocolate biscuit or maybe a coffee biscuit, but of course, any works. It is a plain type of biscuit. The size of the mold is a little flexible. It is not necessary to be the same as the mold that I am using. We can use a slightly larger mold, but the size of the layers will be smaller. First, I spread a large spoonful of Eclair cream in the base. Then I start distributing the biscuits on it. Note that I do not stick the biscuits firmly together. I like to leave a little space for it if you are in a hurry and want to eat it in a long time. You can dip the biscuits in milk, but I will let it drink. In the refrigerator, I place the biscuits as they are and begin to make layers. 1 chocolate biscuit with 1 Eclair cream until I reach the height that I like. If you find any place that has a gap or does not take it the size of a large biscuit, you can divide the regular biscuit and close the gap with it. The advantage of the chocolate biscuits in this recipe is that it gives me a contrast in colors, the color of the chocolate with the color of the cream. The Eclair becomes a little sweeter than when I use butter biscuits. It remains light in color, and the cream is light. The most important thing is that the last layer you reach is the Eclair cream on top. I spread it well on the face. Then I cover it and put it in the refrigerator. It rests comfortably at all. I like to leave this dessert for about 4 to 6 hours. It will be absorbed more in taste. It will be richer, and the biscuits will melt with you. Before serving, I make chocolate sauce for it. It can be mixed between cream and chocolate, or a mix between chocolate and cream, or perhaps a cup of chocolate with a large tablespoon of butter and a 1/4 cup of milk. Melt them in the microwave and cover them with the tray. I heated half a cup of cream and melted a cup of chocolate in it. I stirred them together until they melted and spread them on the face in this way. We can replace the cream by heating a 1/4 cup of milk with a large spoonful of butter. When they are well heated, put the chocolate and dough in them together. This will be a more economical alternative to cream, and it will have a very delicious shine, so I like to content myself with just grating the chocolate on the face. If you want to eat it, share the spoon with it, and it will remain very delicious. You can also take pieces of it that will turn out to be dangerous. They are layered and creamy, and you will feel that you are eating something. It's sweeter than Eclair, too. It looks dangerous and tastes amazing, but it is simple and light. Guys, it's delicious as it has become addictive for me. I'm sure you'll love it very much. 2 types of cold sweets that are extremely simple, but their taste is terrible. Guys, I can't tell you to try just one of them, but try both, and I promise you that you'll try something different this time. Sweets, delicious, light, and good at the same time. I am waiting for your opinion when you try it. I hope you liked today's video. I will see you all in a new video and a new recipe. Bye, beautiful people.